Hello guys, how you doing? You've reached Secret Knowledge Universe. Man, today is just beautiful. First thing I heard was the birds giving nothing but joy. So if you're on this channel, go ahead and hit subscribe or like. That lets other people know where to find the truth. As you're on here seeking truth, don't hide the knowledge only for yourself. Let others know it's where to look for the true knowledge. Because if you don't share knowledge, how can people learn? The message today is man is your conspiracy. Did I say that? Yeah. Man is your conspiracy. I want you guys to do this because a lot of people don't do it. Look up the word conspiracy theorist and look up the word conspiracy. So, am I an organization as one spiritual being person trying to tell you something? Am I a group? So I can't be a conspiracy theorist and I cannot be of a conspiracy. So when I go man, I'm talking about groups. Let's get that straight. I'm talking about your governments, your Illuminati. That is your conspiracy. Guys, a lot of us before woken, we were what was called dream state or sleep. You know, people say you're not woke. That simply means that you were not awakened to the fact you were a spiritual being. So, we've been talking about television, but also we need to challenge a couple other things that you've been taught, but you probably didn't think about. If you go back to the beginning, it says God created man in his own, and it only talks about man. Does it talk about anything else? Now, we know Lucifer was already here. That's your conspiracy. Lucifer, if you go research, actually tells you what the word means. That's been your conspiracy, man. So, TV, they put religions on there. Remember, TV is satanic, but they taught you religion. They don't teach you spiritual being. So that's why religions today even still not teaching correct. And space travel itself. Yeah, I'm going there. So how do you know definitively that there is actual outer space? How do you know? Did you see it? You saw it on the TV. Or some scientist told you. So here's the theory you should use for everything. If you haven't experienced it yourself or saw it for yourself, it should be left as a conspiracy. That means that it's not a total truth until proven. These groups tell you God is a conspiracy. So that's why right there, they already debunked. If some man told you God is a conspiracy, he's debunked. So if you're on the spiritual being side and you hear that, and then here's how you get the people that don't believe in God, right? You get a man, and I get them all the time on these, because I deal with groups that deal with a lot of people. So here's how you debunk them. I want you to, what you do with people that don't argue with man. You are a spiritual being on a different level of energy, a different infinite knowledge. Stop arguing with men of less. Men of less argue with men of less. I don't argue with people. I teach them knowledge. I break them down with knowledge. So, you get someone say there is no God, right? Ask them this. The animals. Yeah, I'll go to the animals first. Don't you need two animals to produce an animal? You need two animals to produce one animal, okay? Okay, where did the first baby animal come from then? Let's repeat that. Where did the first baby animal come from? You're not to answer that. You're to leave them with that question. Those that don't believe in a universal God or creator, this is how you get the people who are so low frequency. Ask them that question. They either tell me it's magic or they run away. Now, if they say magic, then you already know the level that they're on. So they can't answer that question, because to answer that question, you have to admit there's a creator that puts the animals here. So right there. If they say they of God and they challenge you about the things I'm about to share, they got to know about television. We know is a lie, and we know that Hollywood is behind television. How do you know that the space program was not all created to get you to believe more and more, less and less, that you were not the ultimate superior being here on Earth? Aliens. Did you touch or see the alien for yourself, or did you see it on TV? Or did you believe the government? Because if you looked up Jacera, like I said yesterday, you can see how your government has Illuminati in it. So the theory has it that I saw is that Illuminati is behind your NASA program. So they created a false narrative of the whole space thing to fool you through Hollywood. Remember, Hollywood, you can do anything. You can even create an alien scene, because we've seen it in movies. They show Superman flying in movies. So how come the same people can't create an alien format, look like something from outer space hit here, and get you just to believe in something of fear? Because that's what an alien is about. It's to create fear or worry about something that you don't know about. But as the spiritual being, the creator yourself, you create your own reality by how you think. You must put everything like that as conspiracy, which is not total truth until proven. So the way here is how, when you're woken, you should do everything like this. If you can't see it or touch it or experience it yourself, then it should always be left as a question mark. That's how you get, and what all these things do. Okay, the scientists, let's go there. What scientists even today is telling you for sickness to improve your immune system, and simply sickness is a thought that man taught you? None. So these people, you got to put them as man is your conspiracy. Man is your conspiracy. He's taking you more away from your own powers and getting you to trust him more. I told you, Dr. Fauci is the opposite of me. I teach you how to heal. What does Dr. Fauci do? He's working on something that's already here. So he's debunked. I told you, he works for the Illuminati, the pyramid scheme. They have a spokesman that has to come out and talk. Who is your media part of? The Illuminati. So also, in the morning, you're supposed to tune into your universal creator God first and then do meditation. So when you turn on technology and all these things, look at what you're losing. You make that your news. Do not turn those things on. Don't turn on Facebook. Meditate and get your true infinite knowledge. You'll start gaining another one. And also, I get people, I'll be like, I'm now vegan. I can't do it. As a man, you can't do a lot of things. So when you say you can't do stuff, you're thinking like man. If you think like yourself as a spiritual being, now look at what you can do. So when I wake up, I think of myself in the spiritual being form, and I'm able to not turn on technology because I don't, the food, and man has also attached food as the man food. Actual food is knowledge. So my energy in the morning is the knowledge. I feed off the knowledge to urgently shoot this video to get that knowledge out that I was told. So anything you learn from that TV, you must put that as a conspiracy right away. That's called woken. So you were in dream state and they kept programming you as not fully woken, but now your eyes are open. And what will happen as you start to question these things, you'll start seek and ye shall find, meaning you'll start to get knowledge. The universal God through yourself, through meditation, will start to send you questions, start to send you answers, and you'll start to see stuff like I've seen. Some of these deaths have been faked. Yeah, Lucifer does that. He creates a scene that some high celebrity has been they died, but we find out like months later, years later, they're alive. Because whatever role they played, remember the world's a stage, everyone's actor. So whatever part they played in Lucifer's conspiracy, the role's over. So they still take care of them, but they transform them into another person. So what you're watching is a matrix, man. But one thing you do know, you got God and there's books. So all your answers are in your books. The amazing thing I told you about vegan, why I changed, is the energy and the less gluttonous. The only reason why I never could do it because I kept thinking in form of a man. When I put myself as the spiritual being, I can do all things. Also, what does man attach to you as a man? He teaches you how to be poor. He teaches you a lot of heartaches, a lot of pains. But when you're the spiritual being, all that weight's off you. And everything is really about nothing but learning more about the universe itself and learning from the creator what life is really about. And then you start to gain levels to this temporary earth that nothing else can teach you. So man is a conspiracy. Oh yeah, man taught you sickness. When you're a godly being, how can you be sick? Man has taught you poor, but if you look at Warren Buffett, does he look like he works hard for money? See, man teaches you that. Man also, remember, everybody is the same in the creator's eyes. So man tells you a human race, but everything, it is no race. You only race against yourself. Everything is just you and what you think life is. So next time some conscious guy says there is no God, right? I want you to ask him that question I asked you. Ask him, where did the animals come from? He can give me, remember, there's books here, but some books are not of the universal God and here to fool you, to get you less of the creator. Everybody in my eyes comes through the creator, and that's it. But you don't know who you are, and you learn who you are. And that's the sleep state. So you come here in the sleep state because you're programmed through parents, loved ones, that you're a man when you're actually a spiritual being. So if you get some conscious guy that say there's a sun God, right? S-U-N, okay. Ask them, how did the animals get here? You have to ask these people these things because they get you. When I find out someone give me one partial truth too, why would I keep tuning into someone that's flooding my mind? Also, if the conscious person is not teaching you peace, love, that you can do everything yourself, the world is how you want to create it, why do you keep tuning in? Only man feeds you manly stuff. Of the COVID-19 virus, here's what the deep state, that's all man stuff. I'm talking to you on the universal spiritual knowledge platform. So I'm talking to you everything above that. You are a God. So how you see the world is what's going to be around you. So if you want to believe it, is the deep state stuff? Absolutely. But does that have to be a part of your world? No. I read the word, that's what it says. You're a creator. As a man thinketh in his heart, so it's everything what you think. That's that person's reality. So this person is giving you his reality in his eyes, and then you take in the way he's living. You don't have to live that way. You can create your own reality. Most of us feed off someone else to live in their reality. So I ask you, what reality you want to live in? My life is peace, joy, abundance, like this. Or do you want to live in COVID-19 spiking and people fearing and hate? Who's going to be the next? And people that's taking these political figures, look at all the arguing they're doing. Oh, you're Republican, I don't want to deal with you. You're Democrat, oh, I hate you. Is that your world? Or is your world the spiritual being form, which is like this: peace, joy, happiness? That's what you can create and start to believe. Also, there's conscious people that keep teaching you all these money schemes. Money. When you're abundance, you don't worry about that. You become part of it. You don't worry about it. So the people that talk worry, is that a spiritual being? I don't care how they talk manly smart, but there's a knowledgeable wisdom. I come to you as a spiritual being. You hear my word? Look at this. So everything is how you think it is. So you're living the world in their eyes. Why don't you create your own world how you want it? You can do that as a creator. You are God's. So you have to watch out for these tricks. People are taking you from what? From being a spiritual being and like a man. Only men worry. Spiritual beings, we don't worry. We know we go back to the creator when this life is over, and that's it. So we go around and enjoy the world. We know we can create through how we think, what we think we attract. I had someone too try to, who said he was of God, but I read to him, he kept feeding out, he said he called me like a liar or something. I was like, I said, people of God don't judge. And what you think you attract, you reap what you sow. So I ate him and then I left him, and then I also left him Psalms 82:6 to remind him who he was. I said he wasn't on my level. So there was no need to argue. I was just firing questions and thoughts back to him. Finally, he just vanished. That's all Lucifer, man. Lucifer tries to get you out of your character of being a spiritual being. Don't argue with folks. Show them if they're into the Bible, show them their scriptures. If they're not into the book so much, teach them their godly being. Come to them in that way. You have to fire back people who argue with questions. Knowledgeable questions to awaken them. People of spiritual being form, we don't argue and fuss. We're peace, love, joy, and happiness. We respect each other's opinions. Because someone's reality can be their reality, but I have mine. Who's to say who's right or wrong? And remember, back to the television. Hollywood can create anything. They can even bring aliens here and get you feared of something you shouldn't fear. I didn't hear any mention of an alien form when God said he created the heavens and the earth. All I heard is he created man in his own image. At least my thinking. So stay focused. You are the person that reigns over supreme over the earth. There's nothing to worry about unless you allow it into your world. E.T. and all these other things are to brainwash you with alien, to get you what? Away from your spiritual being. You guys take care. All the new subscribers, I appreciate you. Hit that subscribe, that like. Stay in your spiritual being form and start to question everything you've seen on TV. Because man himself is a conspiracy with the nonsense he teaches you to keep you as a man form and not at your spiritual form. You guys, it's a beautiful day, and I'm going to go ahead and relax. Take care.